Let me start by saying that I applaud you for your dedication, the dedication that you have for your path, for your journey, for your personal spiritual journey. Because what was coming through is that no one around you really knows the capacity of what you've been carrying privately. It's like people see you functioning, you know, you get up in the day, you go about your business, you handle your responsibilities, you're still able to sort of converse and laugh with people. It's like you continue with life, but quietly you carry this emotional and spiritual weight that nobody knows about. Welcome to Angie Baby Intuitive. Thank you for joining for your collective message. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here. I love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. We'll just start with some oracle. I don't know which one yet. I should have thought about that, but we'll just choose. I reckon we're going to start with... Actually, you know what? We're going to start with one of these, and then we're going to go into those ones. So show us what we need to see, please. Definitely what you've been living through has changed you. Like there's like it's not just your typical change, okay? I'm getting it's on a deeper level. Like it's almost like the resilience and strength within, it's at the core that has changed in you. Even like a 360 mindset. And that makes sense here with the eagle coming out, as a matter of fact, because if you think it's like a higher perspective, okay? So we've got wedge-tailed eagle, higher realms coming out. Absolutely. Guided. That is the... Thank you for bringing that forward, because... when I wanted to thank you, applaud you. When I wanted to applaud you for your dedication to your spiritual path, it was because I feel like it is a guided path, okay? Almost like an agreement between you and God himself, okay? We've also got frilled neck lizard, pride, and I think that this is coming through because this is like... the heavens, God being proud of the way that you have carried yourself through, I'm going to say, this hard journey, man, because I'm going to get into what I was sort of getting in a minute. We're just going to pull out oracles. Okay, show us what we need to see, please. Thank you. I'm excited to see if it's something different. Hey, it is. Nice. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. Remember that where your heart is, there is your treasure also. We had this in a reading recently. I love the way that that works, you know, because I sort of hesitated doing this reading because it is similar to a reading that I've done recently about, oh my God, you've been through so much and da-da-da. But that's the way that it works, guys. And I thought this was a new one, but it's not. So the hush of heaven holds my heart today. Remember that where your heart is, there is your treasure also. And I absolutely love that card. I absolutely love it. We've also got let miracles replace all grievances. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those who forgive will find peace. Far out. Far out. I'm going to say to you now that what was coming through was Jesus carrying the cross. Okay, that was what started this whole, the whole want to do this reading, even though I knew that it was similar to other cards. So the fact that this has come out is like, thank you. Thank you. And also the higher realms. Let miracles replace all grievances. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those who forgive will find peace. That is just absolutely amazing. I wish I just said it a second ago, but you knew that I wanted to say something, right? So that counts. That's absolutely amazing. Okay. So And this is what I mean by something has changed inside of you. It's like you're seeing from this higher perspective. You're seeing possibly from your higher self, you know, and I know this is all cliche, but you can't do a reading about certain things without repeating things that may be in other readings, right? So we just got to go with it because, and now I'm going to get into the way that I was seeing what gave me the inspiration to do this reading was Jesus carrying the cross through the streets, okay? And that was like popping to my mind. And I sort of asked, like, you know, and it doesn't mean whatever, but I was like, what does this mean, you know? And it sort of just started to unfold. So that's how this came about. And it's because, like, from the outside, people saw him just walking, you know. They didn't understand what he was carrying internally, okay? The exhaustion that he was feeling, the grief that he was feeling. And no one will ever really know, right? But also, like, the betrayal and the pressure and how isolated he must have felt when he was, like, making that trek, knowing what the outcome was going to be. But, and this is why I applauded you at the beginning, he knew what it was for, right? He knew what the end result was going to be, but he also knew the reason why. No one could understand the full weight of what he knew he was walking towards, you know, and no one could carry that for him but himself. But he understood. He understood, and that's what, you know, I feel so strongly for someone here that there's a feeling of, like, carrying something internally. Like I said, okay, like functioning, yep, but not understanding what you're carrying. 10 of Wands. That came out so appropriately. Wands. Oh, 10 of Wands, I said. Oh, no, 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands. Accepting. You know? This is a message of, like, message coming forward here of acknowledgement for you accepting the burden, okay? That's so beautiful that that came out. Thank you. Wow. I just absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I'm getting for some of you, it's like different, okay? Like there's different things that you're carrying. You know, for some people it might be grief, okay, and or responsibility or emotional pressure, having to be the one that sort of holds it together, okay? So the meaning is going to be personal for, because I'm trying to pick up on, like, what is it that the person is carrying, you know? But I'm getting that for everyone it's going to be different. And that is because I guess this message is coming from the soul of what Jesus had to go through, right? You know? Okay. For some of you, there's also like a weight of knowing that things are changing internally, you know, and spiritually and emotionally for you. And not really understanding or knowing how to sort of express that, or even if you want to express that to people around you, because at fear of like feeling misunderstood or judged, or, you know, so that is coming through also. We've got the Four of Wands coming through. With the Page of Cups. So this energy, this passion, these emotions, like whatever it is that you're going through, you're taming, you know, you've learnt to tame those emotions. I'm getting a sense that it's because it's hard, right? It's been a hard journey. It is still currently a hard journey for a lot of you, but you're learning to tame those emotions that sort of come up in you, those questions of like, why am I doing this? What's the point? Like, I don't feel like I can carry on, okay? We've also got Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You're carrying a lot easier, like you're feeling a lot more structured in what it is that you have to carry, or you're learning to structure it so that you can bear the weight. But there is, you know, new energy coming in, new energy, new drive, new inspiration, motivation, okay, that's coming in for you. What's coming through right now is like a fear of being told that you're dramatic. Some of you may have been told once upon a time that you were dramatic, right? Like, stop being so dramatic. And it sort of shut you down in a sense. So you just started carrying things quietly to yourself. You didn't want to sort of express yourself to people. And it sort of was an isolating, it was isolating. Okay. All right, let's pull some of these. This is a deeply personal journey. Passion. Love it, because we've got the, you know, the new energy coming out here with the Ace of Wands. So passion coming out with it, like this is, and almost like the passion of Christ, right? So that's just so fitting. That's just amazing that this has come out. You definitely don't see yourself as a victim in this, because I'm not seeing that at all. Like, I'm not getting that you feel like you're a victim at all. There's been a personal, you know, with divine timing coming out here, I'm getting that there's been, like I said just before, there's been a personal conversation between you and God internally, okay? And you just know that this is your cross to bear, even in your exhaustion. You've known this from birth, like, you know, you were born into this instinctively. At a soul level, you knew that this was going to be your journey. Okay, the suffering was a part of what you were here for, which could very well be, you know, to enlighten people and to bring people back to the path. There's definitely going to be headway made here with the harvest coming out. Some of you could be close to that, or you're just being shown, hey, look, hang in there, new energy coming out, okay? Passion, new drive, new motivation, new passion, new beginning. You're ready to harvest. We also had the Ten of Wands coming out there, you know, so you're close to the end. And if you're not, trust that you will be. What God has promised you is going to come into fruition. Something needed to be shaped inside of you, like something needed to, that's the shift that's happening now. Like, okay, I get it. What is changing internally in you is what needed to change. With this lack and suffering, I'm picturing like, I honestly feel like some of you have like cried privately, okay? Smiling on the outside when you're around everybody, going through the motions, going through your day, and then when it's all done and dusted and you're at home and blah blah blah, like you just release it all. That is when you release it all. And I'm getting that God is with you in those moments, and you know it, you feel it. That's when the sort of the weight of the day hits you. And that crying, it's not like a, oh my God, I'm feeling sorry for myself cry. It's like letting it all out, releasing the day and everything that you've had to go through. Because you've been in survival mode, right? You've had to keep moving. You've been in survival mode. So that isn't like a victim, like I said, cry. It is a release at the end of the day of what you've had to carry and what you've had to endure and what you've had to hear and what you've had to see for some of you. What you've had to live with. And again, I'm getting, you know, Jesus carrying the cross. He kept walking while carrying, you know, something that no one else could carry for him. It was his to bear. And there are some things that people can support you through, but there is also a part of that spiritual journey here that is personal between you and God, that you know that you have to carry yourself, and you're okay with that. There is no conflict within you of that. And God recognizes what you have to go through also, okay? There's an acknowledgement. Look, this is the, I felt compelled at the beginning of the message to say, I applaud you. This is the applaud from the heavens for what you have to go through, for the battles that you face that no one else has to face. And this could be a personal message coming through, because we've got the Eight of Wands coming through again. Okay, we'll pop those over here. So that's beautiful and fitting that that came out like that. I'm getting that it's not meant to be public. It's not something that's meant to be known by people. And that is part of the journey, because when you, oh God, okay, when you are coming across people, now this seems relative to the other reading that I've done, okay? So when you're leading people back to the path, when you're not making judgment, but when you're assessing whether a certain person is meant to be led back to the path, or whether they're meant to be regenerated and integrated to be worthy of the path. I'm saying that wrong probably, but it doesn't matter because I know you know what I mean. Or whether you know a person just completely is not ready to be led back to the path, you know, let's say, call it the Garden of Eden. Oh God, I lost my track. It's not meant to be public. That's right. It's not meant to be public, because there has to be that, not judgment made, not judgment on the person, but judgment of who to invest what energy you have left. Not that you don't, wow, I just got that wrong, I'm telling you. Because I just got, there's no judgment. You help, you are there. You have bared this because you are to help everybody. That's the burden. That's the burden. And it's not like help everybody, but it's like guide people back to the path, back to the original state that we should have been in. A little bit like Jesus's energy, right? Like loving, forgiving, turn the other cheek, that sort of thing. For some of you, that could be the, you know, I mentioned the grief that you carry, the emotional burdens, blah, blah, blah. But that could be the burden that some of you carry is that, okay? I'm not saying that's going to be for everyone. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But what I'm saying is that for some of you, that could be the burden, is that you try to help people, or what your role is since birth with that inner child coming out here. That agreement that you made with God is to lead people back to the path. So we've got the Hierophant coming out here because I'm getting stuck in that little bit there, but we need to get on with it. We've got the Four of Wands coming out again, so that's absolutely beautiful. That's the acceptance of and gaining structure. You've structured what it is. It's acceptance of your path, gaining structure, being celebrated for that, being understood for that. Spiritual teaching, man, you can't even make it up. I was trying to get something else from it, you know, because I didn't want to go to the cliche, but this is spiritual teaching, and that is exactly the path that you are meant to lead people on. Like, that could be why I just went off onto that tangent of being like, okay, that is, for some of you, that is the burden. And this is the leadership. So you're to lead people back to the path. Bro, you can't even make it up. Look at this even. Page of Wands. This was actually like this. So if you think about it, away from trickery, all of those, and this is similar to the reading yesterday as well, away from, you know, the trickery and the hate and the deceit and the blah, 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 and the stepping over someone just to get ahead in life, back to a path of, you know, cleanliness where you're meant to go, like back to our original self. Some of you could be in the early stages of this, early stages of understanding this. But I do get that is the journey. That is, for some of you, that is the journey. Your soul knows it. And your soul also knows that it has to move through whatever it is that you're going through. Okay. Yes. I get for some of you, it's, oh my God, the Four of Wands again. I get for some of you, some of the part of exhaustion that you feel like when you're feeling exhausted, it's because you're trying to appear normal, right? To people around you. You're trying to put on that persona of, oh, everything's good, you know, like, no, nothing going on here, guys, nothing happening. And that is also exhausting for some of you. Some of you may choose to just come out and start to be, that could be the growth, that could be the change that's happening within you, okay? Is coming out right and being like, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I believe, and, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say, you should come back to the path, you should cleanse yourself, you should be this way or that way, because we can't really do that with people. But, you know, we've got the Death of Four of Wands for the third time. Crazy, isn't it? This could be relevant for someone, okay? And this could have a personal meaning, like I said. We've got the Star and we've got the King of Swords coming out. For a lot of you, I'm getting, people don't realize how much strength it took for you, or how much strength it takes for you to keep going. And what they do see and what they do know about you is only like surface level fragments, man. Like snapshots of the struggle that you have to go through. They don't see the internal battle that's attached to this path that you have chosen, or that you've been chosen for. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to silence that. The Death, Four of Wands, and the Star. What I'm getting off this is like, you're not going to hide yourself anymore. You see her under the umbrella here. You're not going to hide yourself anymore. And this is the change that's taking place. Again, you're being celebrated for that. Some of you could be coming into union with someone who has your same ideals. Someone, let's call it this, you're Mary Magdalene. You're Mary Magdalene, right? Someone who has the same ideals as what you do. Someone who can help to carry some of that burden for you, to release some of that burden for you and heal you, to give you hope in the massive, you know, hope here with the star, with the massive undertaking that you have that's been given to you. Okay, spiritual guidance to help you, give people spiritual guidance here, lead them back to the truth. God's been with you every step of the way, even if it didn't feel like it. You need to know that. Show us what we need to know. Thank you. Cups. Strength. God's been with you. What did I say? Wow. I wish I just said what I was saying or thinking in my head just then. Because I was going to say God has been with you. One thing you need to know is that God's been with you through all of it, through those hard moments, through the heavy moments, when you felt emotionally isolated or misunderstood or judged, when you just felt simply freaking spiritually to the core soul tired. God has been with you. And for a lot of you, I'm getting like, what's this one? 10 of Pentacles. I love it. We're going to pull that one out as well. Ace of Cups. Oh, emotionally tired. With the Four of Swords coming out as well. So Ace of Cups, you know, a rejuvenation of your emotions, of your core self, of your heart, of everything that's got to, you know, just rejuvenation. Okay, new energy coming in. We had the new energy over here of whatever we called it. Okay, whatever came out in that moment for the Ace of Wands is what that was meant to be, but this is like a rejuvenation of the soul, from the heart. Okay, and 10 of Pentacles, like bringing that into completion, your exhaustion into completion, I should say. Because for a lot of you, it got to the point where it was like, I don't know if I can freaking do this. I don't know if these are the words that came out in the last reading or not, but I'm just saying. Oh my God, we've got Death as well here again, and 8 of Cups walking away. So transformation. We had Death come out here as well. So no, not hiding yourself anymore. Okay, not hiding yourself anymore, walking away. See this star in the middle of the face? Yeah, being rejuvenated by God, becoming this, okay, because you are the star. You are the light for a lot of people. Strength, 4 of Swords, Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, okay? You're definitely going to make that movement forward. And you're going to be freed with this horse in the background. You're going to be freed from, you know, there is going to come a point when you're going to feel freed from the restraints of your journey here. But he's been with you every step of the way, giving you strength. Okay, and we've even got the Lamb in this one. The Lamb of Christ, right? We've even got the Lamb in this one with the 4 of Swords. So the strength has been given to you when you fell, when you stumbled. And you know what? Coming back to Jesus for a second, all right? Stumbling under the weight of the cross. And it wasn't because he was freaking weak, man, okay? It wasn't because he was losing faith or whatever. It was because of what the magnitude of what he was carrying in that moment. And his is physical. Yours is, you know, well, some of you could be, it could be physical, okay, but I'm getting more that like it's an emotional thing, psychological, emotional thing here. But you're going to come out of that energy. Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, you're going to be standing in that, okay? Holding it in your hand. Yeah, I love it. I love it. putty in your hands is what I'm getting here, okay? You're holding it in your hands. That's how light you're going to become with this structure, with the Four of Wands that's come out 3 times now. When you learn to structure it a little bit more, okay, moving on to calmer waters as well. Look at, oh my God. When you structure it, learn to structure it. Learn to trust even, okay? Learn to trust that God is walking with you. Learn to trust your own intuitive powers. Learn to trust your own inner self, okay? Well, that's your intuition, I guess, you know. You're going to be freed from the weight of it. It's going to become weightless. You can fit it in your hand. You can carry it in your hand. I'm getting why this just came out now is because some of you have freaking judged yourself. Judged yourself for stumbling. Judged yourself for feeling, you know, tired and exhausted and wanting to sort of veer off path. No. No. Some of you, oh, wow. Some of you judge yourself because you felt like you were losing faith that God was not with you. Well, you need to know that He's been with you the whole time. All right, yeah, let's get these. God's seen the magnitude of what you've been carrying, okay? Never leaving your side. What is that? We'll get that one because illumination. Wow, this is needed to be shown to you. We talked about the internal battle that no one sees. Oh my God. And then we're talking about illumination when we're talking about the death card, like no more hiding behind, no more hiding what you are and who you are and what your beliefs are, okay? You're going to, and carrying things silently. You're going to illuminate, that's going to be illuminated, okay, what you're carrying. I just got, because then people will take you seriously. So this is maybe what you've been dealing with. We've got prosperity, forgiveness, conflict resolution. But what I'm seeing here is this big eye, okay? And the light coming from the eyes, because this is, you know, and prosperity. So what I'm getting from this is the illumination. Or something will be illuminated to you. No, people are going to see you differently when they know. People are going to see you differently and look at you differently and support you differently. Follow you. I just got massive following, massive following. People are going to be asking for your forgiveness for treating you in certain ways. And conflict resolution, that speaks for itself. Black feather could be relevant for somebody. All right, we're going. My phone is dying out. So, all right, let's get one of these. God's seen it all. My heart is open to freely expressing love. That's absolutely beautiful. I create positive actions through the cycle of change. That has sort of been what's been coming out here, right? I reckon there's been like certain responsibilities, like what you're doing is thankless, okay? Thankless. And this is what people are going to be asking forgiveness for. I'm just so sorry. I didn't realize you were carrying what you were carrying, you know. Please forgive me for burdening you with my bullshit. Relationship change. This could be a relationship change. Well, we did speak about just before, I can't remember what it was. I'm not going to go back over it because my battery's going flat. But relationship change. So someone may be stepping forward here in order to help you with what you've been carrying, with the battles that you're carrying, okay? You're very kind even. You're very kind even though you go through what you go through. Your efforts are going to be acknowledged and your intuition is going to become rock solid. I also have to say, you know, with Jesus on the cross and that, this is just what was coming through. But I'm not glorifying like suffering or anything like that, but it does need to be spoke about. I mean, it is what happened, okay? So that's really it. But it's just to signify, I believe, what you have been carrying. That's all, okay? I'm also getting with the effort card here that some of you got so used to to surviving with pressure piled upon you. Okay, we got this as well. I'm just staring at. You got so used to freaking surviving that you stopped realizing how much you actually freaking carried. You know what your burdens were. That what you're carrying. You lost sight of the magnitude of what you're carrying, and you felt like, oh God, I've got to carry this on my own. And for a certain part of it, yes, you do. Yes, you do. But I do feel like that's changing. And it's okay to sort of lean on people that you can rely on, right? That's coming through. Okay. All right. I feel like there's a little bit more, so we're just going to pull from this deck. Maybe we should just... Oh, God. Is that the right... Oh, yeah, that's the right deck. And I guess the point of that is that like Jesus carried the cross in front of people who didn't really understand what he was carrying internally, right, as he was walking there, but also what he was carrying, like the magnitude of what he was carrying and why he was carrying what he was carrying. So I think that is just sort of what when that's coming through to me, it's like I'm getting that it's just sort of relative to what some of you have been carrying, okay? Whoever's reading this is just what you've been going through. I don't know which was top and which was bottom, damn it. So I'm going to go, you know how to evolve. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the one that came out is the Shekinah. Give the gift of your presence. Now is the time to show up in ways you have never shown up before. Wow. So this is like, okay, so because we did come out there, you're going to find that new energy, that new drive, okay, new energy being instilled in you because you're nearly at the finish line, okay? So this could be relevant to that, is that you're literally nearly there and you just need that last little push, because some of you are feeling like, oh, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm done. I want to just bail. I just want to pack my bags and rack off. But you know, you're nearly there. You're nearly there. Now is the time to show up in ways you have never shown up before. Get present with those you love and care about. Go beyond distractions and direct yourself back to the current moment so that you can enjoy the blessings that surround you. Instead of focusing on where you were going or what has previously happened, enjoy the beauty of the here and now. I awaken the blessings of the present moment. Oh, I've just got to rewind that. Be the change you seek. Your intentions to live with meaning and purpose. Wow. Your intentions to live with meaning and purpose have led you to where you are today. Where you are is where you are needed, but don't forget to be a light of healing wherever you go, guys. The changes that you are seeking at this time must begin within you. Fuck. That's absolutely amazing. You can't even doubt it. You know, when this sort of shit happens, you can't even doubt it. Even if you're facing difficult circumstances, ask yourself, how You can shine your light more wholly and fully. I swear we spoke about that just a minute ago. That is just crazy and wild. Activation. Thank you, Zadkiel. And this is exactly what Jesus stood for, right? So it is just, thank you. Thank you for what you've done for us, you know. Thank you for helping. Oh, God, hang on a minute. Let me do activation. Thank you, Zadkiel, for helping me change within myself first before seeking change elsewhere. We've also got Earth Mother. You know how to evolve. There is something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know that is going to help you grow and evolve. It could be that relationship change. Maybe it is the relationship with God, okay? That could be the relationship that needs to change. Like I said, everyone's going to interpret this differently. If this isn't for you, take what's yours and leave the rest, okay? But that could be the change that some of you are seeking. Like some of you have been in this because of what you've been through from birth, right? Because we spoke about it from birth. So for some of you, you've had a heavy life all along. And then it probably came to a point where, you know, it was like, oh, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. You're like, why aren't you here with me? If you wanted me to do this, how come blah, 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 blah. And you keep going back to the moment when you had the personal conversation with God. For some of you, it was numerous. But, God, I always do that to myself, don't I? And I lose my train of thought. Personal. But you lost your way. You lost your faith a little bit. Maybe that's why that, I think in there it was like, some of you are disappointed in yourself for losing faith or something like that, right? So some of you may have lost your faith, but this is the relationship change back with or to God, okay? And this is the message maybe that will be that catalyst for change, like that catalyst back, because you needed to see this message. You needed this confirmation perhaps. I don't know. Look, everyone's, you know, it's going to hit people differently, and that's that really. Today you're being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of the stuck state and into a state of growth. This isn't a lifetime to fail. This isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It's a lifetime to create new ones. You can't even make this up, guys. Activation. I take the soul-led steps I need to take. I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. Sometimes my mouth tries to move faster than my brain. Take the soul-led steps I need to in order to heal and grow. Wow, you can't even make it up. This is your reading. This is absolutely amazing. I just cannot believe what's come out here. And honestly, I didn't want to do the reading, so I'm really glad that I did. All right, and I've got the battery thing happening again. What you need to know is none of it is unseen by God, okay? None of it is unseen. And you need to keep going because you're nearly there. You're nearly at your destination. We've got 1. You are a self-starter. With very innovative ways of creating opportunity, your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. You're innovative, guys. You can't even make it up. 24. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. Oh my God. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I am generous. This is telling me that the reading that we've done, whenever it was, yesterday or the day before, is in tune and in line with this one, okay? Because this card, I believe, came out in that reading, or I've read it. Whatever reading it is that this card came out in of the recent, it could be joined with, okay? Guys, God has seen the exhaustion, man, the grief, the responsibility that you've been taking on, the nights of crying on after the day is done, the crying to yourself, okay, when you've barely kept yourself together. Yeah, I just get that this reading is confirmation. It's confirmation that he hasn't overlooked you and he's never left your side. Every step of the way, I'm hearing right now. He's been with you every step of the way. This is your reading. If you resonate, pop a like on the video and share it for other collective to be able to receive this message. If you vibe with my energy or you want to stay up to date with messages that come through, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to or become a part of our soul collective, subscribe to the channel, because that's what needs to happen, is soul collective on the same path. And if you want to stay up to date with messages that come through, hit that notification bell. Absolute pleasure as usual, guys. Thank you for bringing your energy through. I absolutely love bathing in your positive energy. I love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining.